Kandid Kisses TV. It's your girl Michelle C, aka DJ Make a Move, your favorite cousin, and I am bringing you another episode with someone that you are going to love. I'm going to go ahead and run down the resume real quick so you can get in touch with who he is. This hilarious, amazing talent with the perfect smile has been in the movie Battered, the short film Marvin Road, popular comedy clubs all over the world, and most recently, To Hear More is Wording is Hard, New York representative, probably the owner of every Timberland boot known to man, comedian, actor, personal trainer, NickCarthan.
Hey, how you doing? First of all, I want to tell you thanks for so much for having me on the show. I was excited when you hit me up. I was like, yeah, I will be a guest on Kandid Kisses. And one of my brothers from a show that I do, Marshall Brandon, he worked with you, and he told me great things. So I was definitely excited to be a part of your podcast.
Oh, appreciate it. I love him. He is hilarious. He actually I met him on my mom's birthday a couple of years ago, and we was at the comedy club. And anyway, long story short, she was brought on stage for one of them comedy games, and I wouldn't tell you the game because this is my mama, but I'll let Marshall tell you the game. But anyway, he had me crying laughing about it afterwards. I was like, this boy, okay, he's stupid.
Yeah, Marshall is definitely I know. I work with him, so I already know his humor.
Oh yeah. Well, go ahead and tell everyone how to find you on social media. Let's get that out the way.
You can find me at Nick_Carthan. That's NICK, the underscore, which is the minus on the bottom, and CARTHAN. And I'm also, you can find me on YouTube, the Curious Red Flag Podcast on that's NickCarthan on YouTube.
All right, so let's get into it. Now, when did you know you wanted to be in the entertainment industry, and when did you know that you were funny?
You know what's crazy? How I got into comedy is because a lot of people be like, oh, you know, I was a clown or whatever. Probably that too. But I was a big wrestling fan. Still am. Big wrestling fan. And one of my favorite wrestlers is The Rock.
Okay.
And if you ever watch wrestling, I used to watch The Rock go to the ring and do these monologues, and he would have the crowd laughing, whether he was a villain or a good guy. And that was, for me, my form of comedy. Like, I was like, I want that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, but laughter, and I want to do that in comedy clubs. So whenever I was out just being myself, I would just say things, and people would be like, yo, you should do comedy. I didn't listen to them. You ever feel like, man, I should have listened years ago? So I didn't really take heed into it till about when I was about 30. Like, I did everything else but stand up. Like, I did, I would host poetry shows, or I would do sketches. I was part of a sketch team. I did plays, and I did a lot of acting and stuff like that. But it was really till like I was 30. I was like, yo, why not?
Okay.
Why not? Why not go ahead and go ahead and do this? Why not be the next Rock on the comedy stage? I
know that's right. Well, it's funny you say that, because a lot of my friends tell me, why don't you do comedy? I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I can take the heat on the stage. Like, I can write sketches, and I'm silly. I know I'm funny, but that stage is a whole nother beast.
It's to get on stage and make, because what's so funny? We can make circles laugh for people that we know or we're around. But Absolutely. When you're on stage, when you're around your friends, you're not held to a standard of make me laugh. But when you're on stage, you gotta make them laugh. So now those jokes that still may work on stage, you're looking at them totally. You're looking at them in a business type now. Like, okay, now I have to be funny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably like I have to be funny. Like, when you're around your friends, you can just naturally be funny, but I have to be funny when I'm on stage. So yeah, it's a different beast.
So how do you get, like, speaking of that, like, when you first get into the game, it's I don't want to say it's a learning curve, but it's a learning curve to a degree, just because you don't know what to expect. So when you get out there, how did you handle, like, the hecklers that you may get, or whatever you ran into? Like, if you ran out of material, like, what do you do?
You know what's so funny? When I first started, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. Bomb City, first three. Yo, I'm just gonna be real. Like, I knew how to take a bomb and hide. Like, Like I would literally stand still to the point where I felt like you ain't see me anymore. But
you was invisible.
I was invisible. Like, listen, I would tell you, if you're a comedian and you just happen to bomb when you first start, find yourself a wall, like, and just become one with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't make eye contact with other comics too. Because what happens when you tell me you bomb, you tend to want to, and pity, you're hoping somebody will be like, man, it ain't your fault. But they're lying to you. It is your fault. you look this up. Like, because you be looking at them like this, you be like, hoping they'd be like, oh man, it ain't your fault, man. Man, they shouldn't even had you out here like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, looking for that. But then you start realizing you gotta be honest with yourself. Like, nah, I was ass and I wasn't good. But the heckling thing, how I hosting, I got an opportunity to host this club for about a year. And I didn't know nothing about hosting, but somebody told me, like, you just go up there, talk, and feel the crowd out. And when I got used to the hosting is when I was like, oh, okay, I know how to handle you now. I know how to handle, or if you don't want to deal with a heckler, you just know how to control a crowd to the point where you don't even have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Because most comics really don't want to deal with a heckler. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you have to, when you're on stage, you got to give the crowd, to me, in my opinion, no time to want to heckle. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get distracted. Like, stay on your game. Stay on your game. And you know, sometimes they're not really heckling. Sometimes they might be talking out of term. And sometimes the comic may feel the need to be like, hey, man, I'm doing my set. You're setting up for heckling. Like, hey, thank you. Wait till you know, like somebody might say something, be like, hey, thank you. Well, wait till you hear this part. And go on with your performance. So.
Yeah, it's like I can do hosting all day long, but that just getting up there and then see, I know with most people, like, they don't want to admit it, that, you know, you get a little emotional when it gets on stage or somebody is coming at you and you like, well, me personally, if somebody talks out of turn, I'm ready to fight. So
I feel like Erykah Badu when I get on the stage. I'm like, hey, listen.
Exactly.
What did she say? She said, y'all.
Keep in mind that I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. That's right.
Yeah, you wish as a comic you could go up there. Hey, listen, I'm a stand-up comedian, but I want to let y'all know I'm sensitive about my shit.
That's right.
That's when you get that boo.
Exactly. It'd be like a boo tsunami. You'd be like, you know what? You know, fuck all y'all.
Yeah, stand-up comedy is the most disrespect. Like, listen, a rapper, you know, like a poet could go on stage and not do well, and a poetry be like, oh, it's art. He's coming into it. Or a rapper might get like the quiet or whatever it is, but comedy is like open door. Like, something about being funny, people feel so disrespected if you don't make them laugh that they have to boo you off the stage. You know what I'm saying?
Just like I went to the Apollo, and I went to the, I don't know who, Capone was hosting at this particular time, and I could not wait. I was ready. I was ready to boo because that's all I wanted to come, just to boo somebody. And then everybody happened to be good. I was pissed. I was like, dang, I didn't get to boo.
let me tell you something. I've never been to the Apollo, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been on the outside because I'm from New York. I've seen it, but I've never been inside. So my fiance, she did a show in Mexico.
Okay.
And she performed for Steve Harvey. So a segment of the show was new talent for the Apollo.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Apollo rules. Let me tell you something. I was the whole damn fool. I was waving my arm. I couldn't wait. It felt so good to be messed up. Because comics did it like, oh, he know better than that. But when I was in a boo atmosphere, I was woo!
Well, you get your whole little lot of, we're gonna do a boo wave real quick.
And I was waving. Yo, there was people in there like looking at me like he must be doing this. I'm like, whoa! I couldn't wait.
I'm telling you. Well, speaking of New York, I got to ask you, and everybody gonna ask you this question, but I'm gonna be probably the 50th person to ask you, what is with the no driving? Like, why do you not know how to drive, sir?
So, okay, let me explain, right? I wasn't that kid. So, you know, like in New York is different. You knew who was gonna drive because there was kids that had like the car magazines. I was into cars in high school or whatever. I attempted to drive, right? Mm-hmm. And the first time I drove, my friend took me out. We got into a car accident.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
now I got a driver's, I still didn't deter me. I got a driver's instructor or whatever, right? And he pulls up, and when he gets out the car, and I go to get in the car, I get in the car, before I can close the door, a car knocks the door straight off the hinges, right? Boom. All right. Got to cancel that session.
Mm-hmm.
The next year, I'm following the driving instructor. I stop at the red light. The driver says, go. I go. Another car strewn through the red light, hits us. And then that same year, when I was working at Target, my boy, I was in the back seat this time, and we got hit and the car flipped. So I was like, God don't want this. God doesn't want this.
Right. You're like, you were traumatized, right?
Yeah, I'm fine with the A, the B, the D, the C, the E, the F train. I'm good.
Right.
Yo, listen, I would be the second guy in the passenger seat. Just I keep you up the whole ride. You know what I'm saying? But I knew my job, you know.
Right.
But now that I have a 6-year-old, and then my lady I'm with now is, you know, of course the mindset has changed. I can make right turns now. You know what I'm saying? Cause I can drive straight. I just couldn't make left turns. So like, if you needed me to turn the corner
with the left turn.
hey, listen, if you needed me to make a right, I'm gonna let you out.
Are you serious?
I'll let you out. I can drive straight somewhere, but now I'm making my left and my rights. You gotta see me now. You should have been there the other day. I made my right. I was there one-handed, like, all right, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, when you have, especially when you have a kid, and now it's like, you know, it's I have to.
Because what if I need you to bring in the child? You be like, yeah, if it's a left turn involved, you gonna have to get somebody else to pick her up. Because no.
Yeah. Like my daughter was showing the disgust. Like when I had to come get her, she'd be like, the bus. Like, she like, so now, let me tell you, when I first started learning how to drive, right, I would just be pulling out the driveway. You can see the excitement in my daughter's eyes. She's like, whoa, we in the driveway. We coming out the driveway. And she would go home like, Daddy drove out the driveway today. You know what I'm saying? So now when I'm driving like to the store, or I'm doing pickups and drop-offs with her, she's like, she feel like she going on a feature ride. She's excited.
I would be too. If all these years in the bus, not getting in the car.
She's like, all these years I had to bust it.
I'm telling you. Okay, now let me ask you, who is one person that you love to make laugh that you know personally?
One person that I love to make laugh,
mm-hmm.
that I know personally. You know what? Between my daughter, and I'm not just saying it because it's between my daughter and my lady. My daughter, when she laughed, yeah, first of all, a child's laugh to you is, yo, you could bomb at a show. I'd be like, well, my daughter laughed at this.
That's
so
right.
I'm good. And then my lady, because she's also a comedian too. Okay. So comics, we tend not to laugh at other comics. Like it's real hard to make other comics laugh. So when I make her laugh, it's always good too. You know, it gives me hope. You know what I'm saying? Hope. It gives me hope.
I feel you, because I'm tainted a little bit by being in the comedy club so much. So it takes a lot to make me laugh now, because I've just been around it so long. So it's just like, yeah, you got to come better than that.
It's hard, like, you know, like, because I know I can make anybody, but when you make the toughest, I feel like the toughest people to make laugh is your family, especially family. I'm like, nigga, you ain't funny.
Right.
What you be? I mean, you funny, but you not comedy funny. You know what I'm saying? And then you make them laugh and be good.
Yeah, definitely. Now, if you were to write a movie today, what kind of movie would it be? What type of character would you play? And what role would you offer me?
Offer you?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I want to be honest with you. So I'm glad you asked that question.
Okay.
My movie, I don't get into character. Like if I did a movie, it's 5:30.
Hold on, you got to rewind that. It froze up a little bit.
Oh, you hear me?
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
We can start off like this. It's 5:30, and the rain is hitting, rustling of the door on the outside. She walks in, and I ask her name. Her name is Kandid Kisses. Kandid Kisses tell me she's having an issue with a stranger who did not agree with her podcasting, and he's harassing her. I tell her to put the information on the piece of paper. At that moment when she put the piece of information on the piece of paper, the telephone rang. When the telephone rang, it was my daughter. She told me I put the wrong Lunchables in her book bag. She wanted the pizza. I gave her the cheese and the ham. While I'm talking to her about the cheese and the ham, at this point, Cannon kisses. She starts to crying. I go in the box and I give her a Kleenex piece. I want to do detective films, man. I want to be the next Sherlock Holmes. Like I'm
here for it.
I want to be the next. You would be that person in the beginning of the movie. You come in with a crime, and then we get cool, and then I make you my, like, you know, you deal with the phone calls, like Nick, there's this case that we need. Can you solve it? I'm like, I've always been the old school the black and white movies,
okay,
where the guy narrated everything that was going on in front of him. You know what I'm saying? The old, like Dick Tracy.
Like Sin City?
Sin City. Those are, you know, I've always been, it's kind of according to the way because I work out as well, is that I've always wanted to do detective action films. I've always felt like that was my lane. One of my favorite actors of all favorite movies, it is comedy wise too. Two of my top favorite movies is Beverly Hills Cop and Pet Detective with Ace Ventura. So I've always fell in love with just that type of action. Like I've always wanted to do that, but Dick Tracy was one of my favorite movies too. Like I've always was into the crime detective. Like, you know what I mean? Like you had the little sexy scene where the lady that you make love to is trying to kill you though. You know what I'm saying? Like she's lusting for me as she holds the back of my back, but I could feel her grabbing for the pistol underneath the pillow. And
come on, voiceover.
Yeah, as she tries to grab for the pistol. I grab her by her chin and I tell her, "Listen, you're deadly. You're lovable, but you're deadly." And she says, "You're right, Mr. Carthan." And she pulls the pistol out, but what she doesn't realize is the gun isn't loaded. Harlem Night style.
Well, speaking of working out, how in the world have you been able to maintain during the quarantine when ain't nothing left to do but Netflix, chill, come up with some good recipes?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Because I'm getting married.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you so much. And my lady has goals. She has a goal, whatever. It kind of just it maintained me to the point where if she's gonna continue to work out, I need to work out too. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's healthy that she sees that I'm still working out. So she's trying to, you know, she got her Apple Watch. She's out here hitting her rings and closing her rings. And in the middle of the night, she's doing this. She's trying to get her rings to close. She's working out. You know what I'm saying? And and that's what this love is built on. Closing Apple Watch rings. You know what I'm saying? You're working out, stuff like that. She's like, I gotta get this ring. You know, like a Coke fee. I gotta get this goddamn ring today.
That's right.
You know, when the quarantine first started, I'm not gonna say it lied. I'm gonna be real with people, man. Like I was in Walmart getting an Apple Crown a day. You know what I'm saying? And then after a while, you sit down like, this is not me. This is not me. I'm drinking it. You know. Right. So I was like, nah, I can't do this. I gotta get back working out. And I had a lot of clients depending on me that I couldn't see anymore. So I started my Zoom training, doing classes and one-on-one training with people.
Well, tell people how they can get to the Zoom training.
If you hit me up on @Nick_Carthan and you DM me, I got special prices and deals right now for Zoom training. I offer meal plans and I offer workouts. I got testimonial videos on another Instagram that I'll send you that you could check out, and you know, I have all of that. So I've been training since I was 24. So that's my main job as I, you know, do my dream comedy.
So that means you can help me locate at least one ab, because I don't have none.
I'm gonna go for 3. You know what I'm saying? You want 1, I'm gonna give you 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you 3. And after that, you're gonna be like, nah, I want the whole 6, Nick. I want the whole 6.
I mean, I settle just for a flat stomach, I'm good. Like at this point.
Listen, I tell people all the time, man. They be like, you got abs? I'm like, no, I got a flat surface.
It's a start.
Humble.
That's right. All right. Now, what is something valuable you've learned through the quarantine?
You know what? I feel the quarantine has showed you how much time and picking up the phone really means. What I mean by that is checking on people. You know, we're in a crazy time right now. Not to bring the energy down, but you know, especially as a Black person, you know, like it's crazy. Like, you know, me talking to you right now, me or you could go in the street and it could be it right now, you know, with the police and you know, and it's just, you know, I just think this is a time to be checking on people. Hey, how you doing? You all right? I've always been big on that. I always feel like when you hear about people taking themselves out or people dying or missing out, you know, isn't it crazy? Not to say he wanted his information out there, but the guy who played Black Panther, for me, for 4 years, that nobody knew that this man was sick.
Yeah.
And you're watching his body go through changes through all, like this man did 8 movies. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, I'm not saying, you know, maybe he, you know, or maybe he brushed questions off, but it's like, you never know what somebody's going through. You know what I'm saying? You never know what a simple text like, hey, might do to someone's life. So I learned that checking on people is always a good thing.
Yes, absolutely.
And believing in yourself. Believing in yourself. Because during this quarantine, I put together a lot of projects, man, stuff that I didn't even know I had in me. So yeah, like really pushing your grind, because you remember we were locked up. We were all locked in our houses. We had to figure out ways to make money, and you know, a lot of people search their talents. So like, oh, okay, I'm great at podcasting. Oh, I'm great at interviewing. I'm great at like doing shows and this, that, and the other. Like, you know, you found new gifts about yourself. So.
Oh, absolutely. The one thing I can say the quarantine helps a lot of people, especially creative people, is it allows us to create. Because, you know, when you got the hustle and bustle of life every day, you just kind of like, all right, I'll do that dream later. Let me get this money, or let me do this later, or whatever. But when the quarantine came, you had to sit there. It was like, no, whatever you want to do, you better put it in work now. So
Exactly.
That's exactly what I did. Okay, what are some words of wisdom you would give any upcoming entertainer or entrepreneur?
You know, and this is gonna sound like, believe and be your fan. Be a fan of yourself. Here's why. You are in a business that is going to make you feel like shit a lot of times. Excuse me, I don't know if I can curse on here.
I'm the cussing queen, so you
okay. You're in a business where you're gonna be felt like shit a lot. You're gonna hear a lot of no's. You're gonna get a lot of betrayal. You're gonna have a lot of people tell you this is not what you should do. You're gonna get a lot of a lot that's gonna come. But if you truly feel like this is for you, you'll still be in it. You're going to think about quitting sometime. That's gonna come across. You're gonna think about quitting. There's a lot of times you're gonna be like, I'm wasting my time. You're gonna come across a time where you're gonna be like, man, I got a family. What am I doing? Am I wasting my time? You know, once you put in your mind, this is what I want to do and this is for me, can't nobody deter you from what you want to do. If this is truly what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell you're too old to do something. I mean, if you're trying to put a mixtape out at 56, I mean, you might want to, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're putting mixtapes out at 56 on that piff, and the only people that's downloading your album is your aunt and your uncle. You just want to get, you know. You
can't knock the 50. What I say for a 56-year-old dreamer, you can't be no rapper, but you can be a ghostwriter.
You could be a ghostwriter. Yeah, that's. And I'm see you helping me out. Like you might not be able to put out a mixtape, but you might be a ghostwriter. You might be able to help someone with their, you know. Like I said, anything is possible. We're in an age where I'm watching a lot of people become stars that you might not find entertaining. You know, there's a lot of people
there's a lot of those.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I don't think it's funny, but I know what I learned. Shut up, because they got a following and people love them. And there's people that don't think I'm entertaining, you know, and then there's a whole group that do. So you know, one of the people I look at, I remember, you know, Kevin when he was blowing up. Now at the stage where you got a lot of people that saying he's not funny. Well, let me tell you something. Any man that can sell out Eagles Arena 4 shows straight, that holds that many people, oh, there's a lot of people that think they ain't funny. And that's all that matters. So
people gonna hate regardless, no matter what you do. You can be Jesus and they be like, well, Jesus had people hating on him, so there you go.
Yeah, you know, you got people like, oh, Jesus, he out here turning the water into wine, but he ain't turning it into red wine. He out here turning it white wine, but it ain't red wine.
Like, I always got that one little nigga that gotta hate.
Yeah, one nigga like, yeah, look at Jesus out here. Jesus out here wearing that same robe all through BC. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think he is wearing that little robe all through BC? Jesus probably like, hey, listen, my daddy's God. So, all right.
That's how they do it. Now, what is one long shot that you've taken that really paid off?
Coming to LA.
Okay.
Coming to LA. I was in a marriage. I moved out here with my ex-wife.
Okay.
But I moved out here, and there was a lot of people that doubted or was like, that's a bad mistake. And I'm gonna say this is for anybody, making it is what's in your head. Cause I've seen so much that I never saw if I'd have stayed in New York and not taken a shot. Like, I've been to Vegas, right? This is big for me. I've been to Vegas. I've been to Oakland. I've met certain celebrities. I've had certain moments with celebrities. I've accomplished. I've been on certain shows. I was able to have certain people that I looked up to tell me they appreciate my art. My art. This is something that I couldn't even have imagined. Just like, people don't understand what it is to pick up and leave. Yo, like, when you're home. I lived in New York for 30 years of my life. And to pick up and say, it's time to go. I want to go and accomplish my dream out elsewhere, but no family. That's why I said my ex-wife, like, she was, you know, and my daughter, like my 6-year-old is the only family I had really out here. So I didn't have no friends, no nothing out here. And that also could make you homesick. But I told myself, I'm not coming back until I feel accomplished. And I remember I wasn't going back home till somebody was like, yo, you doing a lot. You can go home, come back. I'm like, yeah, you know what, you're right. You know, I a little too hard on myself, but this was the long shot. Just picking up and going out on faith, because this is a dream that not a lot of people are able to just say, like, if you, let's just say you never see me on TV. I can say I left, I tried. And that's an accomplishment. Saying I tried, I did it. I made the opportunity. I left. So
I'd rather try and fail than not try at all. So
come on, how many people you know that be like, man, I could have did that, but you know, like yeah, you feel it, like, yo, like, just get up and leave. You know, just keep on instinct. And not to say people that don't keep on instinct. You got a lot of people that are like, man, I got a family, I got a, you know, and I respect those too. But this is only built for those who want to take that rabbit. Every successful person that you see, from Nick Cannon sleeping in the car in LA to The Rock, Dwayne Johnson saying he lived out in Hollywood out of his car with $1.75 to his name. Like, those are stories that people that took those shots that just went through it. So.
Oh no, trust. I'm from LA, so I know I'm from Carson. So
that's right. You know that you know.
Listen, I know the financial differences.
You know people
you
come out
to LA, you better have a plan, boo.
You come to LA, you can end up like that dude in Miami on South Beach selling CDs. Hey, you want to buy my DVD?
Listen. All right, now on Candy Kisses TV, I always try to end it with some fun games. We have a segment called Kiss or Diss, but this is going to be the special entanglement edition. So I'm going to give you some celebrity names, and you're going to decide whether you're going to kiss or you're going to diss, and who would you want to be in an entanglement with.
Okay.
All right. We got Halle Berry or Rihanna. Who you kissing and who you dissing?
I'm probably gonna go with Holly. I'm kissing Holly Berry. You ever saw Monster Ball when she's like, made me feel good? Made like I was, yo, listen, that came out of nowhere. She was just like, yeah, come over, and I know he was acting, but I think he was like, whoa, is this real? Because she was like,
that scene look real though.
He was like, oh, all right.
That scene look real to me.
He looked like he was, hey, hold on. Was she tested? That's how he was looking. I would probably diss Rihanna.
Okay.
I would diss Rihanna when she saw that song. Bitch better have my money. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, who do you? I get the Stephen A. Smith one. Well, who do you think you are to sit there and ask me where's your money? Okay, I work hard, Rihanna. You know what I'm saying?
So you wouldn't even entangle Rihanna?
Nah, I don't trust Rihanna. Rihanna got a big mouth. I think she's a tattletale. Rihanna too. Rihanna, like I be listening to that. Like I'm a fan of Rihanna. I be listening to her music. Like she look like she'll put it out. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't need that. I don't need that out there. You know what I'm saying? Tracks 4, 5, and 6. Cause you know Brandy's song. I was sitting in my room. That was about a nigga that put her in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
And when you got women that sing R&B songs, you don't want to deal with them. They'll make a whole album about you. Whole world.
Plenty of money. That's right. Well, speaking of that, Brandy and Monica, I know you had to see the verses. Did you see it?
Oh, you want my recap?
Man, I got plenty of things to say, but go ahead and tell what you thought.
Let me say this first. For women, y'all are the greatest supporters in the world. 1.2 million. But just because you have 1.2 million does not make it good. Listen to me, okay? Who told them two Negroes they can take a break? I'm gonna tell you something, right? I argue with somebody. If you watch versus battles, right? When you watch versus battles, the rules are 20 hit songs, 20 for 20 songs that make you feel like you remember, like I was outside when that song was out. I remember that, right? That's why Nelly lost to Ludacris, because Nelly started playing songs that he liked that no one
like, no one knew what the hell it was. He was like, huh?
Where's hot in here? Where's hot in here? You know what I'm saying? So with Brandy and Monica, they kept like Brandy was like, I want to play this new song on my track. Hold on, let me get my poems.
I was so sick of them damn poems. If you look, you pull that goddamn journal out one more motherfucking time, I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah, and then Monica, Brandy like, play your song, Monica. And then you hear, fuck these other niggas. I'm like, I know, Brandy was like, well, hold on, wait. That's not her song. You know what I'm saying? They playing Nipsey Hussle. I'm like, what was going on here? Then it came back. You know what? I'm telling you what they did on that break. When they went on break, everybody thought they was going to change clothes. They was like, she was like this shit. She was like, bitch, we don't got no more songs. Let's Swiss, can we leave? So it's like, nah, y'all get y'all asses back out there.
Right, I'm telling you.
It was like I said, man. I mean, first of all, I want to say this, man. Like, it was dope to see the both of them. But, I mean, listen, when I feel like for women, especially Black women, it's dope to see that, especially at a time where where Black women don't feel they're supported. I feel like, because that's not 1.2 million women that was in there. You know what I'm saying? There was men in there too. You know what I'm saying? So just to see that, I feel like that was needed in this time.
Yeah.
But as far as me being entertained, I was just like, oh my God, I'm trying to be supportive. You know what I'm saying? Is she gonna play M to the O to the?
Oh man!
To the, like, yo, this okay. Lord, you know what I'm saying? Like at one point, where were you like, just put on Boy's Mind and get it over with, man? Get out of here.
Right. I mean, there's some songs that were like, because I'm an R&B head, like I'm a DJ, so I'm an R&B head. So certain songs that didn't play, I was like, oh, y'all slipping, y'all should play this. So I was looking at it from the catalog vision, not versus like, because everybody was like, well, wait a minute, Brandy can sing better than I don't care about the vocals. Let's get to what songs were hits. That's all I was waiting on.
I'm gonna say this. Both of them can sing their asses off. That's number one.
Absolutely.
2, Monica was looking. Okay. Monica was looking. I gotta be holding my breath. Monica was looking. I was like, God damn. God damn. Like, you still Brandy too, but we better put the attention on Monica. Monica was looking. Because Brandy had too much hair. It was too many braids.
Hair. You was okay with her outfit?
I wasn't okay with that either, but I'm trying to be positive.
Okay.
I'm trying to be positive. Ray J could have like, hey sis, come on. But Monica, the third thing that I saw was I would love for them to work. When I saw them do their verses, it made me feel like I hope Lil' Kim and Nicki Minaj is watching this. I hope Lil' Kim and Cardi B is watching this. I hope Trina. I just hope all the women that are artists are watching this, because y'all need to stop beefing with each other. Like y'all looking for us. Y'all come to the men, but y'all need more. What's the word? Like what's the song that came out? I was so disgusted that people were hating on it. The Cardi B, Megan.
Oh,
I'm like, yo, like what's wrong with what's the issue? It's music. It's expression. And I feel like if the more women were unified in music, a lot of female artists should have been like, yo, fuck that. That's dope. Like, we got it too. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like I said, the battle was boring, but it was just good to see them both out there. I was bored. They didn't drink one. They didn't have, and they had all that Ciroc. They didn't get
right. Didn't even take one sip, right?
The nerve. I'm glad Swiss didn't bring no Wingstop in there, because they wasn't eating, wasn't drinking.
Yeah. They got their check though. They came for the bag. They didn't come for nothing else. We don't care nothing about nothing else. Like, let's get this bag and let's go.
Hey, that's what it came for. I'm gonna let you know right now. Monica messed up because she didn't wear them white shoes. She's supposed to wear them shoes. She knows she's.
Brandy wore them though. Did you see Brandy's feet? Brandy took over the white shoes for her. And I was like, wait a minute. We was waiting on Monica to wear it, but Brandy go ahead and pulled it out. I thought that was like light shade, because I was like, you know what? Brandy like, she probably ain't gonna wear the shoes, but I'm gonna wear the shoes for it.
You know what I will say about Brandy? A lot of people forget, and when I say this, people are gonna try to diss it, but this is a fact. Before Beyonce was Beyonce, before Rihanna was Rihanna, it was Brandy Norwood. A lot of people
that's all facts.
Brandy was Cinderella. People forget she was Walt Disney. Before she went through whatever she went through, she had a TV show in syndication that went on for seasons, that spawned another show called The Parkers from her show. You know what I'm saying? Brandy was it at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
mean?
think
Brandy still is that chick. Like that's why I always told people when it came to the battle, I love both of them equally, but just far as crossover and who probably really got that real bag, it's Brandy all day. But I love Monica. I grew up with Monica, but it's like,
I feel like come on now. More people came for Brandy. I feel like that's how we're trying. We were talking about this the other day. Brandy, people just forget just how big Brandy is. Brandy got like Brandy money long. Brandy good. Brandy was the shit. Monica was Monica, but I feel like when Brandy and Monica formed, it was, Monica know. That's why she put on Instagram. Brandy was that shit. Brandy was the Beyonce of her time. So
absolutely was. But okay, let's get back to the game. All right. Sorry. No, we good. I love music, so when I get on a music tangent, it's a wrap. All right. So we got Jada or Erykah Badu. Who you kissing? Who you dissing?
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna have to just mess with Jada, because Erykah Badu, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's not because I want to.
Okay.
But Erykah Badu eyes are they will steal your soul. Erykah Badu, man, you know what I mean, dude? She done put in Kwanzaa dresses. I try like it's something that is the original WAP. Okay? Like Erykah Badu is like, first of all, Erykah Badu is hilarious.
Yes,
Erykah Badu is hilarious, and she is talented. When she did, remember the Pussy Challenge, the rap thing back in the day? Erykah Badu is talented. Like, she's so it's like, I feel like sexually, Erykah Badu will just take you in another place that you'd be like, wait, how we get out here? What? You'll be outside buying cornflakes 4:00 in the morning and some cowboy boots, and they be like, what happened? You like Badu.
Right. Hey, that Baduism, that's what it is.
Yes, I'm gonna have to diss Erykah, because I know just how strong her shit is. Jada is just like, all right, I get it. Yeah, shit. It's everyone's here.
Oh wow. All right.
But after, hey, listen, they put it on a show, right? They said they They do their shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, we all know dude wasn't the first guy that got tangled.
No, absolutely not.
You know, I hate to go in that household with a cough. She's like, oh, you seem sick. Come here. Come, let me help you. Let me help you. Ooh, well, his back hurt and he said his brain hurt. Oh God, it's turning me on. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm bleeding to death, Jada. I'm bleeding. She's like, yeah, I know you're bleeding to death, but I'm also, let me cure you in another way.
Right.
You be like, I can't breathe. Let me sit on your face. He was like, oh, it's helping me. Oh, it's helping me, Daddy.
You're like, fuck your health, it's about me right now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You over there dying. She like, yeah, I mean, she like, she be in court, you be dead. They were like, Jada, he said he wasn't breathing. What did you do? She like, well, I sat on his face. And you know, I felt like, you know, my juices was going to secrete down him and help him breathe, help his arteries pump.
Oh my God, I entangled my legs around his face and
Yeah. You be like, man, I done died in Jada.
Oh God. Okay. India R.I.P or Whoopi Goldberg. Who you kissing, who you dissing?
I'm like, you know what, Nick? You know what? I feel like Whoopi, just to hear her, like, I feel like a sexual night with Whoopi be like, you know what, Nick? I just want you to come in the house real quick, and I want you to just lay over there in the bed. What I'm gonna do is I want you to pick a character. I want you to pick a character that turns you on. Do you like my character in the color purple? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go put that outfit on, right? And I want you to lay back. I'm gonna give you a series of fellatio. I'm gonna give you and I'm gonna talk about it on The View. Because what I feel like is a man, if you're not getting the proper ejaculation, you know, I'm doing things. You gotta remember, I was in Ghost, okay? I can see through you like Casper. Indy R.I.P, she's not gonna be able to do those things.
Oh God, ridiculous. Okay, so my last one for that is Ellen DeGeneres or Rosie O'Donnell. Who you kissing, who you dissing?
You know what? In these times, I'm just gonna pass on the question. You try to get my whole IG stolen. I'm gonna leave them alone. You know what I mean? I love them both.
Okay.
I think they're dope.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very PC.
You gotta be smart. I'm like, hey, I'm good. I'm all right. They both.
I know that's right. Because when it's on the net, it's on there.
Hey, both beautiful sisters.
Okay.
I said,
all right, so now we have came.
Huh?
We're coming to our DAQ section. DAQ stands for dumbass questions. So there's random questions that I just want the answer to.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Would you legally change your name to Stank Breath McGriff for 3 years for $2 million?
Oh yeah. And I'll live up to it too. $2 million? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you smell it.
Don't live up to it.
I won't brush my teeth. I'm like, yeah. Like, they're like, Nick, your breath smell like shit. All right, well, I got $2 million worth of shit in my mouth. That's why. You know what I'm saying? You know? Shit, there'll be some woman that want to sit around my stank ass $2 million breath. You know what I'm saying? $2 million shit. Hell yeah. $2 million. Look, shit. I got $2 million. Why I care if my breath stink?
Hey, I'm saying.
I pull my teeth out of the table, goddammit.
Oh, all right, what is the dumbest answer you've ever given a person to a serious question?
K.
That's one of them. I know that got to be a relationship text. Well, I'm just saying that I was feeling you like, okay.
K doesn't mean you care. Mm-hmm. K doesn't mean you heard. It's just K, whatever. I'm the king of K. Oh, I know how to place a K. Like, I like K.
Capital letter K and lowercase K?
No, lowercase. Lowercase allowed me, you like K. No, lowercase is like, okay. Whatever.
All right. If you could detach a body part, what would it be and why?
If I could attach a body part, what would it be and why? That's a good question. If I could attach a body part, what would it be and why? What would it be? What would it be? That's a good question. If I could attach a body part, what would it be? And oh shit, my elbow to my hands.
What? Why?
Because when people see me become in shape, people always ask me to help. Like, yo, can you help me lift this? Or you help me carry this? I'm like, no, not today. This is in the shop.
So that's become you selfish is why you don't.
Yo, I'm going to a Geneva house. Hold on. She's like, I was gonna ask you to help me move this shit, but I see you left your arms at home. I'm like, yeah, shit. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't carrying them today.
I ain't carrying them today. You know what I mean? I left them home. I'm like, like you go with somebody, you go over an old lady house. She be like, can you, young man, can you help? I'm like, oh man, well, you should have told me. I just left my wrist home, yo. Oh, shit.
Oh man, I think I would attach my ears.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, yeah, because sometimes you don't want to hear this shit. You just be like,
what if you miss out on some money though? What if you miss out on some money? You be like,
I can read this. Shit, I know what money looks like. Money.
That's hilarious.
Okay, if you could learn one magic spell, but it could only be used to do something boring, what would your spell do?
If I could learn one magic spell, but it has to be something boring.
Mm-hmm.
If I could have one magic spell, I would give my face. I would put the concern look on me. I'm like, and just sit there. And just listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you ever somebody try to tell you their problems, but you don't have that look of concern? I would put the concern.
Every day.
I'm like, every day, I'm like.
No, when I tell you, I have to go through that every day. Like, I'm a licensed professional makeup artist. That's my first thing. So
see?
I'm literally a therapist by default, not because I want to be. So if I could, that would be a power I use. I'd be like, yeah. Mm-hmm,
as a personal trainer, I know I could destroy families with the information that after the second workout, they'd be like, oh, my mother was an alcoholic. Like, goddamn, all right, shit.
Told you who done cheated on them and how they left the woman, and you'd be like, come on, look.
You like, give me four sit-ups. 1, 2. Oh, I saw my father messing with my mother's sister. You're like, oh shit.
You'd be like, too much information. Just finish the reps, please.
God damn.
All right, so we have come to our last little round. So during the quarantine, me and a good friend of mine is my DJ mentor. Shout out to DJ All-Star. We created a game called SIngADoo. So it's a musical game. I'm gonna tell you how to play it real quick. So you're gonna play around real quick and let people know how to do it. So the game is you have to sing a song, but you can only use the word do when singing it. So for example, we have a card like this. Let me put it up close. So it's gonna have the name of the song, the artist, and the category. So then you'll pick whichever one you want to sing, but you can only use the word do to do the melody. And then your time goes.
Oh, like give me an example.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you one. Trying to figure out what kind of music do you listen to first of all?
Hip hop.
All right, so let me do the hip hop category.
But you could do some R&B. It's cool. You know.
Trying to figure out how to do. Okay, example. Do 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 do.
Oh, so you're doing the beat, the melody to a song, but not know the words.
Right. So then when I do it, you have to tell me what song it was and what artist it was.
Okay. So no more.
All right. So we doing hip hop and R&B?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do hip hop and R&B.
All right, cool. All right, the timer has started. Let's go. Do 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 do. There you go. All right, next one. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Music social.
No. Let me try it again. I got it. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I don't know.
All right, you missed that one.
My mind.
No. All right, I'm gonna do another one. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I know the song. I don't know the word. I don't know the name.
Oh God. Okay, your time is up. So the songs that you missed was "Before You Walk Out of My Life" by Monica and "My Prerogative" by Bobby Brown. You're gonna be better than that. All right, so I'm gonna get you some, and then I'll let you do it. You said. Now we have different categories. So we have hip hop, R&B. We got greatest hits. We got pop Billboard hits, country rock, SIngADoo favorites, TV themes, party dance hits, and old school. So let me see. I'm just gonna shuffle some up, and then you can just pick which one you want to do. All right. And I'm gonna hold it up, and you tell me if you can see it or not. Tell me where I need to place it.
Okay.
All right, you got
ready?
It? I'm ready.
Yep. Do 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 do. Hello. There you go. Yeah. Dude. Okay. Do 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 do.
I have no idea.
All right.
What was it?
Just my imagination. Just my imagination.
Oh, all right, we're gonna try another one. Let's see if we're gonna make sure I'm on the. Damn, I would have never guessed that. Jesus. Make sure I'm on the right side. Okay. We'll do the purple side. All right. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right, I'm gonna do the whole video.
Oh shit.
The do.
Well, it gotta be Biggie with the way you breathing.
The do. The do. The do.
Oh God. What was it?
Do.
Well, that is how you play the game of SIngADoo. If any of y'all are interested, you can get it at SIngADoo.com. Follow us at SIngADoo on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the good stuff. And Nick, I thank you so much for coming on. Please tell them how to follow you on your podcast and your social media again.
Okay, just follow me at Nick_Carthan. Whoever follows me, I'll send them the link to my follow me at Nick_Carthan. Click the link in my bio. You can listen to my podcast on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and many more.
All right, that has been another episode. See you next time.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to Kandid Kisses TV. Not your typical interview, y'all. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook right now at Kandid Kisses TV.